Hello everybody, this is Bugsy here for another little quick video. Doesn't have anything to do with my continuity whatsoever. Although, the one thing that it has nothing to do with my continuity whatsoever, so it's just me. You're going to see another video that's going to be more lore based, but I felt like I needed to talk about this because let me tell you guys something. I do think, people are like, oh my god, Link, why does Link not do anything in the cutscenes? I'm like, he kind of does. Like, I'm looking at ISO, I'm like, well, what were you looking at? Because I was looking at actual cutscenes where he actually did some shit. I know that he's a little motionless, kind of a step down to kind of what he was in Skyward Sword. I don't care what you all say about that game, but you got to see a little bit more about Link as a person. You know? You got to see more of Link as a... I swear to... I swear, it's like every time I do a video, it's like every time I try to do a video. Like, boom, loud noise, boom, loud noise, boom, loud noise. I can never do a video, boom, loud noise. Okay. You guys wonder why I don't, like, upload a lot of videos sometimes? Because sometimes I gotta work around everybody, and it really sometimes irks me. Like, other days I don't really notice it, for a lot of different reasons. But, sometimes I do notice it, but other times I just kind of go along with it. But I ain't talking over people. Like, every time I try to do a video, every time I'm on a roll, it really freaking irks me. Makes the old chaotic soul a little bit more restless than it should. But whatever. Enough of my Kurobi qualms. Let's get into the video. So, you guys are probably wondering, okay, Bugsy, you're looking at the title, you're like, okay, Bugsy, I don't really think Link should speak because blah, blah, blah. I want certain people to understand that are new to the series why Link doesn't speak, and I want people to understand that are used to the series like I am, why I think Link should speak. But first, for most of you, I'm gonna tell you, why doesn't Link speak? Well, Breath of the Wild gives a kind of good explanation why, but you probably want to understand the technical aspect. Link comes from a time in video games where the main protagonist was basically mute. They never really said much. I mean, hell, Mario never really even said much back in the day. I mean, the most you get out of Mario in like the 64 games are like, wahoo, wahoo, and thank you so much for playing my game. And press start to play. And with Link, you'd always get kind of, shit, you get that. And a lot of people, the first time Link ever spoke, and I'm talking about two things: the cartoon and the CDI games. Both. Even though I do love the cartoon to death, I'm sorry, I love it. Fuck, you guys can say I love bad shit, but I don't care. I fucking love that and the Mario Bros. Super Show because think about it, guys. Super Mario didn't really have a story other than save Princess from Bowser. It just didn't really have a story. But what I'm trying to say here is that what I'm trying to truly say to you guys is the reason why Link doesn't talk is because, they don't want him to. Because the CDI games did very bad and people thought, no, Link shouldn't have a goddamn voice. And people were like, no, and we got all these fans nowadays that are like, oh, Link shouldn't talk, it breaks our immersion of what we think of Link. Because Link is a blank slate that we have to just, craft our experiences on. And I feel, yeah, I understand. But I feel like ever since I heard the little tidbit in Breath of the Wild, if you go into Zelda study, that, ever since I saw that tidbit, I'm like, what if Link could, what if this is the reason, I think that's the real reason why Link, for most of the other games, doesn't talk, but I ain't gonna tell you about it unless you guys have played Breath of the Wild yet. I only know about it because I was looking at HMK, so I got spoiled a little bit early. You know, I was looking at Angry Joe, and I know Angry Joe isn't the kind of dude that would, look at everything, but, I thought I'd at least go to see that. But, anyways. And I understand, a lot of you want to keep your image of Link. But I feel like it's time. In the next Legend of Zelda game, after Breath of the Wild, I think it's time for Link to talk. I'm sorry, I really think it's time. I really think it's time for Link to just fucking talk. Because because the thing that I really kind of liked, and this is something that ISO probably didn't even see within the journal, because it kind of explains why Link is kind of emotionless. I mean, it's probably not a good explanation for people like her, but it explains a little bit more than what you need to know. And people were like, oh, Legend of Zelda didn't have a story. I'm like, have you seen? Have you like literally looked at every little memory, every little thing, every little scrap of hidden lore? Because yes, that's what it is. We got hidden lore. It's there, folks. You just have to look. Look. Be the gamers that I know some of you are, and actually look. But that's a story for another day. Yes, I'm gonna do a video about modern gamers. I'm gonna get so much hate for that, but I'll save that for another day. The old kid, Bugsy, the old chaotic boy, needs to get started. I think, but I understand you all don't want Link to talk, but I feel like now, after what I know, I think the next incarnation of Link needs to talk, or at least the next incarnation in the child timeline needs to talk, because I feel like Link should say something, and I know you guys are like, no, this is a bad idea, but everybody else in freaking Breath of the Wild actually can fucking talk. Actually has voice acting. And by the way, I know I'm gonna probably say this again in my review of it, but I don't think freaking voice acting is the problem in Breath of the Wild. Fucking chill, you motherfuckers. Why is it so wrong for characters to goddamn speak? It's not a horrible thing. Jesus. Maybe I will say that their deliveries were kind of stiff, but honestly, from what I've heard, they're not bad. Zelda's not bad. Fucking all these other characters, they're not bad. Y'all just can't even accept change when it's staring you right in the goddamn face, and it really irks me. It really irks me that most of you gamers just we want more of the same in areas, but we want things to be different. It really just, ugh. This is what stops innovation, folks, because you all want the same goddamn thing in certain areas, and you don't want anything else to change. Let it not change. And that's what I'm so afraid about Sonic Forces, because I feel like it's time to bring Sonic to something that he really should have been the whole entire time. in a freaking dark setting. At least try it once. An actual honest to God dark setting. I'm not talking like overly dark, just something like Sad AM. Something akin to what Sonic should have been, what Sonic should have been from the very beginning, but everybody kept always going like, no, we don't want Sad AM characters in it. And I'm like, motherfuckers, y'all don't even know. Like, the people, like, there are a lot of Sad AM fans nowadays, and shit, I know I'm talking about Link's voice. That's gonna be another thing I'm gonna talk about in this video. Fuck it. I'm just gonna talk about that too. I just think for Link, it's time for a goddamn change. Okay? Oh yeah, it's time for a change. I don't, I'm not really feeling the frustration, man. Like I was like, it's so frustrating, but I'm like, no, I don't think so. Personally, I just feel like Breath of the Wild is a step in the right direction, and maybe if Breath of the Wild does well enough, maybe they might just say, fuck it, we're gonna give Link a voice. God damn what the fans think. We're gonna try and see if anybody else likes it, if we can try it again. Let's test the waters. I feel like Breath of the Wild is like a test, just testing the waters of what they can do with, with the Legend of Zelda series. Nintendo, if you go back to, but let me tell you, Nintendo, if you go back to the old ways, I'm just saying, all the good things I'm saying about you right now will be totally lost. I'm just saying. No disrespect. But that's the thing. New people at Nintendo are just trying new things with these characters, and I'm loving it. And remember, guys, change is not like an instant thing. It takes a while. It takes a while, folks. You can't expect change for a character to happen all of a sudden. It's gonna take a few games before we have Link do things. But the whole Link not showing his outer emotions, it's kind of shown in the freaking tidbit in Zelda's study in the castle. If you actually look, I'm just saying. I am just saying with you. I'm just seriously fucking saying right now. But anyways, now let me get to Sonic Forces. Listen, I just have this feeling that none of you are gonna like it because because some of you are gonna whine and cry about it, and yeah, I don't know where that petition to cancel Forces, but Sam Bauer, if you are really technically serious about this, I want to just say one thing. Who the fuck cares about Wisp anymore? I know people are like, oh, what? But they don't have any freaking connection to the story anymore. I mean, in Sonic Colors it made sense, but guys, they're gonna be Sonic's new power-ups, okay? They're just gonna probably dial it down so you only have the white Wisp. Or maybe they'll have a whole bunch of Wisps. But the Wisps to me don't fucking matter. Jesus. And if anybody who says, oh, the Wisps matter being in the story, you're fucking high. If you're gonna let a little thing like Wisps in a goddamn Sonic story stop you from enjoying the game, well, fuck. Go somewhere and think about what you just thought. Go in there and think about what you just thought. You're just gonna let one little thing dampen your experience. Now that I got that out of my system, let us talk about the one thing I know people are gonna trip out about: the dark setting. And possibly Sad AM characters or Sad AM elements being introduced. Listen, you guys are tired of goofy Sonic, right? You guys don't want any more Baldy McNosehair jokes, right? And for some of you that think it's gonna be like Shadow the Hedgehog, well, you're fucking stupid. And you guys saying that Sonic can't be serious, well, hey. I got one thing to say to you. Sadie M, the comics from the old universe. The comics from the old universe. Specifically. Listen, guys. There's a whole side of Sonic you guys haven't even seen. Because if you're saying, oh, Sonic doesn't need to have a dark story, look at the Sonic comics. Sonic loses, folks. Robotnik takes over the world. Even though Sonic and the Freedom Fighters get little victories, at the end of the day, Robotnik basically takes over everything. And even when they think they've got it, when they think they've got everything settled and won, they lose. Trying to roboticize Sonic's uncle. They think it works. Oh, wait a minute, he freaking gets his old programming back and he's back to being one of Robotnik's slaves. I'm telling you, folks. You guys need to understand that, and IGN, fuck you, like, seriously, fuck you. It's not exactly gonna have a dark and gritty end. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm not expecting these assholes to know anything about the Sonic lore in the comic books, but hey, like, someone should have told you, hey, there was dark Sonic lore in Sonic Side AM. There was kind of a dark Sonic lore in the comic books. And I know IGN will do bare minimum when they make their little review when it comes out. And I'm just going to sit there and be like, you motherfuckers just don't want to think. You don't want to try. You don't want to say anything. I mean, you don't want to try. You don't want to say anything. It's just like, fuck. It's like, fuck, no. We're just IGN. We're fucking ignorant bastards. And people wonder why we're still bashing them after what they've said, that Sonic was never good. Because you assholes wanted to attack us right after. Right the fuck after. Right the fuck after freaking the Sonic anniversary party, because we're messed up for liking Sonic. We're because what you guys said was we're messed up for liking Sonic the Hedgehog, and trust me, I feel like they're gonna do another one, and then they're gonna try and say, oh guys, we're just fucking around with you. We're just fucking around with you. And I wanted to say, IGN, the brain trusted IGN. It was a bad idea. And you guys should have never done it. Probably put in the video, like, the roast of Sonic the Hedgehog. So at least then, we know you guys are not truly being serious. But none of you did that. No. Y'all just sat around talking about Sonic like, And I can't wait. I literally can't wait to see your little reviews, guys. I can't wait. I want to see what you guys really got to say. And trust me, I'm not holding out any hope for Activision's #1 cocksuckers. I'm not holding hope. Not even a little bit. I may be a fan, and on occasion I may show my bias. But when something's good, I'll say that something's good. And if some elements of it are bad, I'm gonna talk about that too. Y'all motherfuckers just want to hate on Sonic because we're IGN. We don't try to play games. We'll freaking talk about freaking Pokemon Sapphire, Ruby or Sapphire because too much water. You motherfuckers can't review shit. Okay. Sorry. I don't know. I guess I'll just make this a megaton rant bomb. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about is what the hell with all you motherfuckers with Black Bond's stupid self trying to just merge the freaking Switch. Now I'm like, this is how I see it. I mean, I understand the man's trolling, but this is how I see it. Why in the fuck? Why in God's name do you constantly want to fucking agitate everybody? You just want someone to find you one of these days, Black Bond, and actually beat the shit out of you. You want someone to be like, okay, this is where you live, and then just start beating the shit out of you, man. I mean, that to me, that's why you're a fucking talentless, hackless idiot. You're a fucking gigantic ignoramus of the highest caliber. You know, you're the kind of person that other freaking Nintendo haters wish they could be. And personally, I just don't like you because pretty much, man, you just have this stupid little vendetta to fucking Nintendo and like to freaking you try to act superior to everybody. And you're not, motherfucker. None of you gamers are. Just because you guys play on the goddamn PC, and just because some of you play on the goddamn Xbox, and some of us play on PlayStation, we're not better than everybody else, you motherfuckers. We shouldn't be elitist assholes to each other. Not even for a little bit. We shouldn't be elitist assholes. We should want to welcome other people into various folds, various inner circles, meaning people who want to play, people who like certain games, more power to them. People who like to play PC, more power to them. People who like to just play on console, more power fucking to them. I'm tired of most of you assholes constantly fighting over each other because the console has bigger specs. It has a freaking super giga ass processor that I want to make love to every fucking day of my life, and I want to freaking rub it into every fucking person I see, because if they have another console that's I feel inferior, let me just be the most biggest dick bag in the world that says, oh please, my shit is better because blah, 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 blah. And when really, in actuality, in real life, no one gives a shit. Like, seriously, no one gives a shit about certain specs for certain games unless you're into that sort of thing. And if you are, and you're not a douche, this really isn't for you. I'm not really talking to you. I'm talking to the people who just hold these specs up and say, fuck you, because this has better fucking specs, and that's why I don't like your other console. And I think it's fucking stupid. It shouldn't matter. Graphics to me shouldn't matter. I don't care, like, oh, but you bought this game because graphics doesn't matter. Okay, no. Like, I wouldn't be looking at a game solely on its graphics. Some of you motherfuckers do, and some of you motherfuckers actually think that's what other gamers do. Some of us do, some of us don't. Again, and let's talk about Crackle for a moment. You are cracked for a moment. You motherfucker that's the editor of Cracked, you don't speak for every fucking gamer, so don't act like you do. I'm gonna do a full rant video on that motherfucker. Oh, just wait, guys. I'm just saying, guys, why we gotta always be fighting with each other? It's like fucking stupid at this point, because like, who the fuck cares about specs? And if you really care about specs, well, if you really care about specs and you're willing to lord it over the other people who have other consoles and call them fucking console peons like a certain dick bag, you're stupid. You're deluding yourself to thinking that you're better or the game's better because you have this in your console or this in your computer or this in your fucking handheld. It doesn't. It just means you like that sort of thing, and that works for you. That doesn't mean it works. It doesn't mean that it works for everybody fucking else. And it just shows, and oh yeah, Black Bond, I can say 3 words that is better than you calling me a stupid idiot. You're an ignorant, intolerant, stupid, asinine, idiotic, and I know I just said stupid and idiotic, uppity, and also cowardly. Let me add cowardly to the list because some people, one dude tried to fight you and you pussed down on that. Cowardly, asshole. And you probably make love to your fucking PC. And I don't care if you think that's childish. I think that's what you fucking do. And don't worry, COD fans. I'm coming for you. Don't worry, idiot COD fans. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you like the fucking plague. In it? Trust me, I ain't done. But I am running out of time. So I'll see you guys later. This is the Fanbrat Basher, and you assholes think I'm done? Oh, hell no. I'm just getting fucking started. Oh, and don't even get me started on the Mary Sue and Kotaku. Y'all fuckers are next. Y'all are next on my fucking list. Whew. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna see you guys later, and I got stuff to do for the next video. So see you later, and to all you fucking gamers that make all of us other gamers that don't freaking care about specs or don't care who has the most powerful console or don't try to compare other games with other games to say how better they are, or don't try to be these elitist dickbags who don't try to do all this stuff, I thank you. Because at least you show that gamers can be civil. And for the rest of you that act like Black Bond, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I hope you get punched by a fucking moose. Peace.